guys, and welcome back. I have some super exciting news for you guys. I just got in my brand new camera. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I haven't had a new camera in probably 2.5 years. And this was for my 30th birthday. Thank you to my mom and dad. I appreciate it so much. I am just super excited to get going with using this. I can't afford an RF mounted lens yet, so I have the EF mount adapter, and yeah, why don't we go ahead and open this thing up, shall we? I also ended up getting the care pack so that I not only had some insurance on it, drop spills, stuff like that. So what's in this box? Packaging is nice. Drinking my coffee, should probably put this away. Thank you, Emily Sturmo, one of my friends, for making that. She's a super solid wood burner. So it comes with the battery charger and one single battery. Should be totally fine for what I need. I have plenty of straps, but it does come with its own EOS R7 strap, which that's always nice to have. Gotta love the manual. I'll have to register this product at the end of this video. Then the lovely R7. Here we go. Whew. This thing is beautiful. So here we go. It is super light. Wow, I'm in love. Yeah, I don't really know what to say off the bat. Honestly, this is just, it's bigger than the M50, which is what I'm filming on right now. All right, why don't we go ahead and get this. Does come with the LPE6 battery. I believe that's pretty much what most of like the 90D, like 60, 70, 80, and 90D used. It's the first EOS camera, I think, to have no recording limit, so that's really awesome. And then let's go ahead and unbox this control ring. That's the other thing I'm really excited about with this, is that it's not only the adapter, it's the one that has the control ring on it. So that is going to really be helpful for quick run and gun shooting, stuff like that. This thing is quite amazing. So it has this control ring on it. I can put a setting to it, like aperture, shutter speed, iOS, even white balance. So that's going to be really helpful, and really it will help me quickly adjust, because I like to shoot manual for photos and also for video, just because lighting situations change all the time. Man, that is like a tight fit too. Like I'm currently using the EFM to EF adapter on this M50, and getting it on is it's smooth and easy. This feels like it is on there. You can see, like, you have to really crank it in there. So that's nice, because it feels like it's a solid connection now, and now it's really a part of the camera. This body feels great. This grip is pretty beefy. Granted, it does fit 2 SD cards, so that's going to be really nice. I'll never run out of space. Granted, I never really have run out of space with 128 gigs, but if I'm shooting at 4K a lot, which I will probably be doing this year, I'll definitely need to do that. They'd say that it's weather sealed, so that's also really good. Comes with all these different inputs, so you have your mic, a remote control if you want, headphones, HDMI, and a USB-C input. input, so that's cool. But yeah, we'll wait until the battery's fully charged. I'm gonna go ahead and register this bad boy, get the warranty all set up, and then we will come back and do a full review on like the overall functionality of this thing. Okay, so got a battery in here. It's not fully charged, but nice and easy, you know, we'll just get this going. The R7 does get nice and beefy in terms of the actual camera itself. There's a lot of inputs that you have, a bunch of different dials and wheels that you can use to adjust different settings, and then you have 2 SD card readers there. The other thing that's really nice, again, is that this body is just really light and durable, so I'm excited to see what this thing can do. I typically just do video and manual for photos. However, a lot of other people have different customized shooting styles, and then can use any one of these aperture priority or shutter priority and stuff like that. I typically just stick with the very simple manual and video, but that's just me. So why don't we go ahead, we'll turn this bad boy on, we'll open this up, and I've already adjusted some of the settings myself, but why don't we go to menu. So obviously when you open up this menu, there is a ton to unpack here. The current shooting that I have is on photos, so image quality I've adjusted to RAW. However, some people like to do RAW and a JPEG, which is totally fine, but for me, I like to shoot RAW. Going forward, you know, you have your image aspect ratio. I like to keep it very simple, 3:2. Then all of these other settings that you can switch, your ISO speed settings, HDR, HDR mode, all this kind of other interesting stuff. The one thing I do want to see is the silent shooting, if that is on here, which again, I need to go through the manual and do some research via YouTube and also just online, just to really dive into this body, because there's just so much to unpack. I am still learning a lot myself, so please bear with me. So silent shutter function, you can have on, you can have the high speed plus continuous. Alright, so that might take a while for everything to kind of like download to the card. Let's just see how long that takes. Okay. Let's see how many images that was. That was 44 frames. 44 frames in that short amount of time? That is absolutely wild. So erase the scene. So I guess that takes like, it's almost like a video with how many frames that was. That was absolutely insane. That was wild. So we're just deleting the whole thing. Insanity. So why don't we go back, we'll do just high continuous, we'll turn off that mode. And that's 13 shots. Why don't we go to high continuous plus. Wow. Again, wild. So this I'm gonna have to go in, we'll go in individually and delete those, but wow, I mean the silent shutter mode, that is absolutely insane. How quickly that shoots. I believe when I was looking online, it says it shoots at 25 frames per second or possibly 30 in silent mode, and then 15 when you're not in silent mode. Touch shutter, I don't need that. Meter timer, great, that's fine. Auto level, we can have that disabled. And then, yeah, so that is the photo menu. And then you can have the video recording and sound recording. I've already switched the sound recording to manual. Why don't we go to autofocus? So all this stuff, you know, you have your autofocus menu. Luckily there's 6 different tabs there. So a lot to unpack with this body. you know, your playback, all that sort of stuff. Your image or your wireless connection. This is going to be really useful. I've actually already used this to download a color profile that I like to use, which is called CineStyle, for my video. So you can connect to computers, your smartphones, a wireless remote, and stuff like that. And I will actually turn this off because I don't need to have this on right now. Go here. I guess we can just leave it on. Well, let's just turn it off for now, just for now. Okay. Then you have other functions, so you can do, you can format your card. There you go. Nice and simple. Custom shooting modes, you know, like stuff like that. Battery info. Again, I need to fully charge this so I don't destroy the battery. But again, the LPE6 is also the same batteries that the 90D used. So I need to get more because I gave all the batteries that I had to my father because he bought the camera from me. And then you have your different increments, stuff like that for that. When we go to the video mode, do the same menu. Everything's going to be pretty much the same in terms of moving to the right in this menu. Now, I think one thing to keep in mind, which is going to be really, really important, is the peaking, manual focus peaking, and the zebras. So, depending on which one you prefer, whether it's zebras or peaking, you can only choose one. You can't have both. So when one is active, so if you have your peaking settings on, let's go. Oops. Touch and drag. Do that. Let's see here. Manual peaking. If you want that on, and we'll go just manual focus. There will be some blue tint in there, but you will not be able to use zebras, which the zebra setting should be in here. So you'll see it lower down to the bottom on page 6 in your shooting menu. You won't be able to use that. So obviously if you see that one is kind of dull in the menu, then one is turned on and the other is off. So now my zebras are on, manual focus peaking settings are no longer available. And I've actually never used zebras, so that is also kind of an interesting concept for me. I'm gonna have to really just play around with zebras just to see how they work. But in any case, I've changed my my wheel to be white balance. So I have white balance here, shutter speed, and then aperture, and then ISO is up here. So that's all really, really quick and useful when it comes to shooting on the go. And then a lot of other things can be accessed via this menu. You just click on the queue, and then you can pick your picture style, your recording, frame rate, microphone, your headset, all that kind of stuff. You can choose which card it's going to, and then the subject that you're trying to focus on. So what I have done is I have actually downloaded a picture style called CineStyle, and I will typically try and use that as much as possible. I think it will reduce the amount of space used when recording in 4K, because when you shoot in C-Log, it is also taking a ton of space. So when you have C-Log, there's no other picture style that you can use. This is the style that you're shooting in. It has 3 different settings in color spaces: BT 709, BT 2020, and Cinema Gamut. I will do a separate video on each of these and what they look like and how you can go ahead and color grade those. However, not in this video. That will be a later video. I am gonna have to learn how to do proxies as well, because I did take a couple videos in C-Log 3, and those files were massive. They were under a minute, and they were bigger than the files that I shoot on with this camera right here, the M50. So that is also going to be an issue. I'm going to have to really start to downsize on my hard drives and start to consolidate. So yeah, that is basically the functionality of this whole camera for right now in its very, very basic form. I am again still learning a lot about a lot of the other settings and functions of Canon cameras in general. So this is the R7, and yeah, super stoked on it. I cannot wait to shoot with it. Thanks guys for checking out this video. Again, R7, super excited to shoot with this thing. I want to thank my parents again for getting this for me for my 30th birthday, which was in September. This season's gonna be super fun, and I am very excited to just see what this camera is capable of. It seems like there is so much that it can do that a lot of the more expensive bodies can do, like the R5, R6, the R3, and all those other cameras that Canon has come out with. This is just like the very budget-friendly body that I need at the moment. My M50 was great, and my 90D was so good until the video aspect of it started to kind of die out. But again, a lot to do with this camera, a lot to do in terms of research and just playing around with, just to really get comfortable with shooting with it. And then also I'm going to be doing some comparison videos and go through each C-Log function, take photos with it. Yeah, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, tell your friends. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else that I can do, again, to make this channel better and more exciting. I know that the summer I have not really been present. I have been working or going on trips, being super lazy, not coming up with projects. So as the winter season gets closer, I will be doing a lot more with my time. But again, yeah, like, subscribe, thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.